What is up, my rebels? Mr. Gumbrand94 here, and welcome to week 16 of the MPL against Chris, or a member of the TortleNation Super Bowser. Oh my goodness, you guys. This was my match to playoffs, and I'm just gonna say, overall, it's probably one of the best matches I've had in the MPL. With 2 DCs and a lot of bullshit happening between both of our ends, it was just a fucking mess. But we finally got out a nice and powerful third battle, and it was literally one of the greatest battles I've had in the MPL. So, before I really get into anything else, I'm going to give you guys a real quick team rundown. I run a mixed Zoroark with Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Focus Blast, and let's see, what else do I run on it? And Grass Knot for the Azumarill. I run Focus Blast for the Heatran, and Knockoff for the Espeon. Pretty solid set, I thought myself. I had Calm Minding Raikou. Let's see, Eviolite Dusclops, usual sit I run on it with counter. Charizard X, usual sit I run on that, except instead of Dragon Claw, I actually have Thunder Punch for the Azumarill. And Latios, I actually run a little bit different of a sit on this guy. I run, let's see here. I run Defog, Dragon Pulse, Earthquake for the Heatran, and I also ran Ice Beam for any of the other Pokemon for the Tornadus, and a few other Pokemon in his draft that are weak to Ice types. And then here, I run Choice Scarf, Nidoqueen. This is actually a mixed set with Naive, 252 in speed, and pretty even stats in the attack, and the physical attack stat, and the special stat. I run Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Brick for screens, in case Espeon wants to set up. And I think, what else did I run? Let's see here, Ice Beam. What's it? It was Ice Beam, yeah. That's right. Anyways, you guys, let's get going with this battle. This is one of the best battles I've had in the MPL, but you guys are just gonna have to watch to see for yourselves. Alright, so right here, my main strategy was to flank him with Nidoqueen into him sitting up with Espeon. But unfortunately, he does not lead off with Espeon like I thought I would. So, this is actually Zoroark, so I swap out my Zoroark to my Leela. And we had battled before, so I knew that he carried Dark Pulse on it. He goes for, he actually went for the Focus Blast. I don't know what he was actually predicting on that part, but he goes for the Dark Pulse. Gets off some pretty good damage. Right here, I decided to go for the Pain Split. Sorry about the volume, by the way. I go for the Pain Split, get pretty good part of my HP back. And he's going to withdraw his Tornadus. I believe right here, I go for the Pain Split one more time. I do, yeah. Just in case you want to switch, I had Pain Split. Or if you wanted to attack me again, I also got my HP back. So literally, you know, it was a pretty good play. And right here, finally, after the whole entire season, I'm finally able to use counter properly, and that brings him down to around red. So I'm able to scare off his Azumarill. Right back out into his Tornadus once again. And I go for the Nightshade, you know, thinking, you know, he was going to try an Aqua Jet and finish me out, but now he swapped out. I still go for Nightshade, does not bad damage. He's around to maybe a little half health now. Now I got to my Raikou right here. I know he was probably going to go for Dark Pulse. I knew Raikou has pretty decent special defense, so I knew I could probably eat that up. And Raikou, I think, takes maybe around 20... Ooh, I forgot, that was actually a crit. Crit definitely... Let's see, crit does half. I probably would have done anywhere from like 25 to 40%. So I go for the Thunderbolt. I knew that going for Calm Mind, you know, I didn't think, you know, that was a very, very good idea, because, you know, Thunderbolt, you know, on anything coming in, you know, it does a pretty good sum of damage. You know, having that extra set of damage, I thought was better than, you know, just turn the setup. So right here, he brings out his Mega Gallade. I do run the Shadow Ball on the Raikou. And before, I know that in Gallade's regular form, it goes down to around red, but with Shadow Ball on my Raikou, this does basically around a little over 50%, maybe 70-60%. So he's able to go for the knockoff and finish off my Raikou, unfortunately. Just kidding, I actually survived with 1 HP. But unfortunately, he does have Shadow Sneak on it, and I'm like, well, son of a bitch. I was battling him earlier, and I was like, oh my god, I survived with 1 HP, then he was shouting my mind. Oh, never mind. But I mean, it was really, Raikou would have actually done a lot of work. And right here, I actually swap out into my Zoroark. He didn't think, he actually thought I was actually, I don't think if he thought I was Nido Queen. In fact, I highly doubt that at all. So I was able to get off my Sucker Punch and take out his Gallade. Now he's going to swap out to his Heatran. So right here, I'm like, alright, you know what? I could go for the Focus Blast, but I think I may need Zoroark for later on. So I go out to my Charizard, and right here, he goes for the Rocks. Hazards are pretty decent in this battle. Not too bad. I mean, I still thought, you know, even with Hazards, it wouldn't have been all that big of a deal. So right here, I Mega Evolve. And I go into my Mega Form, and I go for the Thunder Punch, rather than trying to go for the Flare Blitz. Maybe I should slow down the plays a little bit. Calm down there, cowboy. So I figured, you know what, he may have swapped that to a Azumarill, but I wasn't too sure, and I figured, you know what, I really can't go for Earthquake, because Heatran does have Air Balloon on it, and I didn't want to go for Flare Blitz because of the fact that he might switch out to Heatran and get that Flash Fire boost. So I was definitely, you know, fearing that. And he actually runs Rock Tomb on his Dusknoir, which is very creative and very cool. I like the fact that he ran that, so I didn't want to go for Flare Blitz again. Actually, I believe I go for the Thunder Punch one more time. So I go for the Thunder Punch, and that does some pretty good damage to his health. Goes for the Rock Tomb one last time, and is able to drop my speed to -2. And I'm thinking right here, I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? So he gets some more Lefty's Recovery. I switch out my Igneel because I'm like, you know what? I may need him for later on. So I go out to my Latios, take a little bit of rock damage. Like I said before, you know, Hazards do play a small part in this battle. Goes for the Rock Tomb. Unfortunately, my speed does drop. You know what, dude? That's actually really creative. Chris, props for running Rock Tomb on your Dusknoir. That's really cool. Very cool moveset. So right here, I was actually thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, could he swap out to a Azumarill that take the Dragon Pulse? But then again, he's probably thinking like, oh, okay, you know, he may actually go for the Psychic. But no, I actually do not run Psychic on. I did not run Psychic on this Latios. I didn't think it was necessary, but then I look at myself and I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should have ran Psychic. But I mean, Psychic really didn't come through for this battle anyways. So I go for the Ice Beam, you know, thinking like he may actually swap out to the Azumarill one more, you know, just to take the hit. But no, he doesn't, and he actually goes out for his Azumarill once again. And this is the part where he goes for the Aqua Jet, and he's able to knock out my Latios. So down goes my Latios. That's alright though, we're still in pretty good shape for this battle. Now I swap out to my supposedly Nidoqueen, and right here, actually, Chris and I were actually both surprised by this. Surprisingly, Sucker Punch actually out-prioritizes the Aqua Jet, but I think Aqua Jet's +1 priority, and I think Sucker Punch is actually +2. So I think that's how the Sucker Punch actually, you know, worked out for me in my favor. So right here, I know he had Heatran, so I'm praying to the freaking RNG gods. I'm like, please hit Focus Blast, and I am able to pull it off. The first battle we had, I actually missed. And I knew that Heatran actually did have pretty good special defense, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to take it out. I know I wasn't going to be able to kill it. But basically, my main goal for here was to just make sure that his Air Balloon was broken. That way I could come in with Zard X and take it out with an Earthquake. Because I knew none of my other Pokemon on the team. I could have probably I didn't want to swap out to Dusclops because I just didn't think it would really work out right for me. So I figured, you know, Charizard was probably my best bet. I didn't want to go for the Flare Blitz because it would have been kind of stupid if you asked me. So I go for the Earthquake, unnecessary crit, finishes off the Heatran. Chris, believe it or not, dude, I actually thought that you were actually going to run Shucka on your Heatran. So that's it. I was actually kind of like fearing on going for Earthquake like early on in the game. I knew that you also had the Air Balloon as well, but still, dude, running Shucka, that's pretty solid strategy. So right here, this is the game changer right here. Alright, so I knew I was at around 62 HP. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. I was gonna go for the Pain Split. I live at around 20 HP. I was gonna go for the Pain Split, you know, try and get something up, but unfortunately my special defense did drop. So I don't really think the pain split strategy would have worked anyways. So he is going to be able to finish off my Lilo with the Psychic. I figured, you know what, hey, maybe I could come in here with Nidoqueen and finish it off with a, you know, with a Sludge Wave or an Earth Power. But, unfortunately, I don't. My Nidoqueen is Scarfed, but his Espeon is also Scarfed. So his Espeon was able to outspeed my Nidoqueen, and he was able to score a 1-0 victory against me and take away my playoff chance. But you know what, dude? I don't really care. You know what? It was a great game overall, Chris. I had a really fun time. I cannot wait to battle you in the Showdown Battle Circuit. Guys, I'm actually going to be joining another league sometime this week. I'm still going to be in the MPL. Don't worry about it. MPL is still going to be Season 2. We're in off-season right now. We're taking care of playoffs. I believe Season 2 actually starts off in September, so that'll happen whenever that comes up. And I'm going to be in the Showdown Battle Circuit, so I'm going to be in a different league for you guys. So, and you know, with the way how I've actually been playing these past couple weeks against Moxie and Chris, I feel, you know, that I finally actually stopped giving a shit, you know, about being intimidated by other battlers. I think I've finally woken up, and I think I'm actually, you know what, I'm ready to go for the Showdown Battle Circuit. We're gonna kick some ass. The Anastar Umbreons are going to take into victory, or I'm sorry, the Anaheim Altarias. Sorry about that. The Anaheim Altarias are gonna come in clutch, and we're gonna kick some ass in that league. We're also gonna kick some ass in Season 2. So until next time, guys, I will see you guys whenever I upload the next video. So I will see you guys next time, guys. Keep it rebellious. I'm out of here. GG, Chris.